I'm Jonathan Smith from Prestige Yacht Sales in Mystic, Connecticut, 860-245-5551. Today we're looking at a brand new 2016 Hunt Harrier 25. Let's take a quick look around the boat. I'll show you some of the stuff it has on the outside, and then we'll go on board. First off, it has a gel coat hull in what they call dark green. It really looks like black in the shade, but then when you get in bright sunlight, you can see a greenish tint. It takes on the shade of the day. So on the darker days, it's going to look darker. On the sunnier days, you're going to see that green coming through. It's got a red boot top stripe and white bottom paint. One of the things you can see right now is it does have the optional trim tabs. Now the Hunts don't really need trim tabs for fore to aft. They ride really level coming out of the hole, but for balancing the boat left to right, port to starboard, they can help. Another thing we can see that it has that's different from standard is the tall bow rail. That's 24 inches, so if you have to go up on the bow for docking, which you always have to do, you're going to be a lot safer. Another option is the bow thruster. Another option I see is a stainless anchor and chain. If you're going to have a classy boat like this, you need a classy anchor. It really does make a difference. Another thing you'll notice is this boat has the optional radar. And when you get the radar, you also get a reinforced bimini arch. It's sort of a permanent arch in the back. It's an option, especially in the Northeast where we get fog, or if you're running at night, good to have. The fit and finish on the Hunts is just spectacular. You get a teak swim platform with a swim ladder, and the Volvo inboard outboard with the duo props that spin in opposite directions, and that makes a real true running boat. You can let go of the wheel, the thing's just going to track straight. There's no torque steering, it doesn't turn one way easier than the other or harder than the other like you do with a single prop boat. And these new Volvo outdrives are bulletproof. They really are good units. Unfortunately some other brands have given this type of drive a bad name, but these Volvo Ocean X units don't have any of the problems that the others have had. Okay, let's go on board. Let's take a look at the deck of the Harrier 25. This has the optional removable stern seats that come with a cover. Real nice to have. I think most people get that. And they are removable, so if you want to do a little fishing or need a little more room in the back, you can take them out, leave them on the dock. Full Dodger is in what we call sand. It's a great color. It's relatively light, so it stays cool in the hot sun, but also hides dirt really well. Another option this boat has is the Teak Combing, and that's unvarnished on this boat, which is a traditional way of handling it. By leaving it unvarnished, it gives you more traction when stepping on and off the boat. And by the way, if you're stepping off from the side, there is a step there with a handrail, and they do that now on both sides. For 2016, they also have a step on the port side. You see some cup holders there as well. Let's walk forward on the Hunt Harrier. This is a new thing they added in 2015. They give you handrails now on top of the bimini, which makes it easier to walk forward. This boat also has the optional non-skid color. So if you notice, anywhere there's non-skid, it's a little bit of a yellowish, kind of a pale yellow color, as opposed to the slick surfaces, which are white. We do have the 24-inch tall optional bow rail, which makes it a lot safer up here. The optional windlass, the optional varnished tow rails with the recessed chocks. And there's your running lights as well. There's your windlass control, and that is a Lumar windlass. There's your anchor chain locker with the optional stainless chain to go with the stainless anchor. Looking aft, there's the windshield with wipers. This boat has an optional spotlight control down at the helm remotely, and the optional Garmin radar. Let's go inside and see what the Hunt Harrier has to offer. First off, we see a nice table. It is removable and it comes with a cover, and even the post has a cover so you can store it in the locker when you don't need it. That is not standard. Got a nice mate seat. It can be set up sort of as a leaning post, if you will, with the cushion up. Gives you a little more room to walk in there. Or you can lower it down. And the captain's chair does the same thing. There is a little entertainment center here with a sink, refrigerator with a small freezer, nice little stowaway wastebasket, and a little stowage area. Moving to the helm. It says the Garmin GPS chart plotter that also displays your radar. It does the full radar overlay. It's the high definition digital radar. Nice compass with the Hunt logo on there. Nice little feature. By the way, in 2015 onward, they redesigned the dash, so we have this rounded dash profile. It's a little more stylish than the prior models, the earlier models had. Nice wood Hunt wheel. Gotta like that. VHF. This example has optional heat, which is run off the engine. Great thing to extend your season both in the spring and the fall, or even in the winter if you want to make it a full season boat. There's 3 louvered vents, one aft in the cockpit for your guests, another right by the captain's feet, which is always nice to have. A 3rd heater vent down below facing forward, right by the companionway steps. Also by the helm you get these nice little storage bins covered with teak covers. Up top, place to put your iPhone, including actually a charger and a USB port to tie into your stereo system. Plug your iPod in. The other bin is even larger, great place for binoculars, what have you. Also by the helm, here's your trim tab controls, right next to your throttle and your bow thruster controls. Everything you need is right there, easy to get to. It's a nice locker up here in the cockpit. Lift up the seat cushion, and you can see it's pretty generous in size. In there we have the fenders with Hunt covers on them, brand new dock lines, and even a cord to plug in your battery charger. While we're touring the cockpit area, the inside of it, let's look at the ventilation. These windows are awesome. Open right up, so when you're moving forward they really do scoop a lot of air, and there's one on both sides. Furthermore, the side panels of the Bimini do unzip and roll up quite conveniently, basically opening up the sides above the windshield on both sides. And then the aft panels also roll up. You can also remove them. It's actually kind of nice just to unzip them and remove them completely. On the cooler fall or spring days, it's often common just to roll up that one to give you easy access in and out the doorway, and you leave the others to provide a little bit of a greenhouse heat in here. So at the helm, by the captain's fingertips, is the electrical panel. Let's open that up and take a quick look. We have a battery switch there for the bow thruster, a breaker for the windlass, and then here's the engine heat control. And then your DC panel. Courtesy lights, by the way, there's a courtesy light right there, LED. Let's look at some of the extra goodies that Hunt gives you. One of my favorites is the Hunt Teak flag mast. Beautiful piece of wood, varnished beautifully with a large American flag. They also give you a Hunt logo burgee, also on a teak mast that mounts in a socket up in the bow. Really well done. By the way, down below is a great place to store your stuff at the end of the day. It's really nice to have this cuddy cabin. You do get a boat hook. Here's all the manuals, documents. Comes in a nice little carrying case. In the locker down here, there's more safety gear, flares, horn, extra horn, stuff you need. They give you a little plastic tool kit with some extra fuses and things like that, a little light bulb, throwable seat cushion, life jackets. Here's all our covers for our seats and our mooring cover in its own bag. The Fusion stereo control and a combination smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. Get a mirror down here. All the lights are LED, by the way. And a fire extinguisher conveniently located right by the companion. Have a look down below. This one has the navy cushions with the natural piping. But there's also a full electric flush head system. You can see your controls here. And a little TP holder right there. Companionway comes with a nice teak louver door. I'll show you how that works. Easy to close up. So a good tip is to always run with your companionway closed. And then a little hinged top. Closes like that and it locks up at the end of the day. Take a quick look at the engine compartment. First off, you have to unsnap your back panels. The switch right here by the helm. You can see it going up. Alright, with the engine hatch lifted up, let's take a look at this engine. It's a Volvo Penta 320 horsepower V8. Really easy access, a lot of room all the way around it. You can actually step right in there if you needed to. Your dipstick, filter, engine fill. In the back there you can see one of the fuel tanks. On the other side there's the other one. Speaking of the other side, this is the salt Nutra system, and there's a button by the helm you push and it runs the fluid through to help clean out any of the salt, neutralize the salt, and eliminate chances of corrosion over the long term. Nice little bonus. And by the way, this is one of the last, if not the last, Hunt Harrier 25 with the 320 V8, the standard power. Moving forward, all the new Hunts have a 300. And by the way, the 320 is a great engine. It's got plenty of power, and it's the way most people get this boat with the gas engine. The weight is right, power's right. It just it handles easily, docks easily. It's a great engine for this boat. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the giant storage locker under the floor. Lift up this hatch, and there's tons of room down here. They even give you some plastic lumber planks to step on. You can get right down in there. The Hunt comes with all the covers you need. Cover your table, console, the sink unit. There's even a boot, so when you fold your bimini back, you can put the boot on it to protect it and keep it secure while running underway in the sun. The stern seats also have a cover, so you can leave those out. This one comes with the optional mooring cover. It covers the whole aft cockpit from the back of the bimini where it zips in all the way to the gunnels on both sides, where there's pins that attach it to the rub rail. Across the back and on the other side. So it basically protects the whole cockpit area when you're away from the boat for a few days. Jonathan Smith from Prestige Yacht Sales in Mystic, Connecticut. If you have any questions on this boat, be sure to give me a call at 860-514-3763, or you can email me at jsmith@prestigeyachtSales.net.